So you're looking for one of the best places to move to in the greater Baltimore area, and when you search online you keep seeing Ellicott City popping up and you're not sure what it's all about, if it's the right fit for you, and really what you should know before moving here. And that's what I'm going to cover in this video. I'm going to tell you everything you should know to determine if it's the right fit for you. So let's just jump right in. Hey everyone, my name is Brady with Showcase Real Estate here in Maryland, and if this is your first time visiting the channel, thank you for being here. I make videos like this every single week about the best places to move to in Maryland and what you should know before moving here. I give you all of the market updates, all the tips and tricks, so if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And first, I have to admit, I have a slight bias towards Ellicott City. I lived in Howard County for 16 years of my life, and Ellicott City was one of my favorite places to go to. I've explored nearly every corner of this city, from the suburbs to the downtown, so there is so much information I do know about the city that I cannot fit in this video. So if you have any specific questions, things I don't answer, make sure to reach out to me, because I'm sure I could answer your question or at least point you in the right direction. And I'll admit, one thing I didn't know when I was living here was how high Ellicott City ranks among other cities in the state and all across the country. It is the #1 place to live in the Baltimore area. It's the 6th best place to live in the state of Maryland, which is situated in the 4th best county in the United States, which is Howard County, and it's in one of the best school districts in the entire nation, ranks 3rd in school districts in the entire nation. That is really impressive, and it's no wonder that you found Ellicott City when you started searching for places to move to. So other than the rankings, what should you really know? Well, let's go into what it's like to live here first, and then we'll dive into the real estate market towards the end so you have a complete picture of living in Ellicott City. So it's located in what's known as Central Maryland, just outside of Baltimore City, and it's a pretty massive zip code. Actually, it covers 3 zip codes that cover 30 square miles in Howard County. And if you're looking on Google Maps at Ellicott City, I just have a quick pro tip for you. If you type in Ellicott City itself, it's only going to show you the eastern portion of Ellicott City. If you want to see the western portion of Ellicott City, you have to type in the zip code 21043. If you put both of those together, you'll get a true picture of the full size of Ellicott City. But luckily, if you're searching for Ellicott City homes, you're not going to miss out on any. All of the Ellicott City homes will show up on the major sites like Realtor.com, Zillow, Redfin, Homes.com, so don't worry about that. This is purely if you're looking on Google Maps to get an idea of what the area looks like. And it's situated on some very major commuter routes like I-70, Route 40, Route 144, Route 29, and just outside of the I-695 Beltway, which goes all the way around Baltimore. So it's pretty much the ideal commuter location. It'll take you about 20 minutes to get into downtown Baltimore. It'll take you about 20 minutes to get to Fort Meade, about 35 minutes to get to Annapolis, and 40 minutes to get into DC. And all of this is assuming that there's no traffic. And you're probably wondering, well, how bad is the traffic in Ellicott City? And I have to say, it can get pretty bad. These are dense suburbs. There are no rural areas in this Ellicott City area for the most part. Maybe a couple out on the western side, towards Glen Elg, Dayton, and Clarksville. But for the most part, it is pretty dense suburban area, which means there's a lot of people living in a small area. And with that and being on the major commuter routes, there can be a lot of traffic. One of the benefits of living in these areas is that there's so much around as far as amenities go. So right on Route 40 in Ellicott City is pretty much all of the shopping, dining, services, healthcare that you could need in the area. You pretty much don't have to leave Ellicott City at all to get everything you need. Obviously, there are a lot of other things around the area you could go to, but you don't have to. Pretty much everything is right on Route 40. And you also have a smaller shopping center on the southern end of Ellicott City, right off of Route 29. It's called Longgate Shopping Center. It has a Target, a Kohl's, a Barnes & Noble, a Michael's, and some chain restaurants. It's nothing like what you'd see on Route 40, but it does give you some options on the southern side of town. But if you want to experience what Ellicott City is all about, you have to go to Old Ellicott City, which is the downtown that the entire city is built around, and it's one of the most popular places to visit in the state of Maryland. And Ellicott City has a pretty rich history to it. It all started back in 1772, before our nation was founded, when the Ellicott brothers bought a parcel of land on the Patapsco River, and then what they did was they went to the surrounding farmers in the area and convinced them to switch from farming tobacco to farming grain. And by convincing these farmers to do this, they actually helped Ellicott City form into what it is today. They eventually built 7 mills right on the Patapsco River, and what that did was allowed the National Road, which is Route 40, to expand down to Ellicott City for commerce, and the B&O Railroad expanded there as well. So with all of that put put together, Ellicott City started to boom and grow, and that's what led to the city that you see today. And all the mills are now gone in present-day Old Ellicott City, but one of them actually lasted until 2021, which is pretty impressive for it to have been around that long. But in present-day Old Ellicott City, there are over 80 small businesses, which are shops and diners downtown that you can go and visit, and it's fun to just walk around the historic downtown. And a not so fun fact about Old Ellicott City is that it's actually been the site of historic flooding. If you've seen it on the news, it made national news multiple times in the last 10 years or so, and they were pretty catastrophic floods that rushed through downtown Old Ellicott City. They since said that they have fixed it, but it was a lot of damage to the town. It's been flooding like this since the 1800s, and I really hope that they fix the problem so that we don't have to worry about rebuilding the city over and over again. But walking around the downtown is not the only thing to do here in Ellicott City. If you like the outdoors and hiking and mountain biking, you're in luck because right nearby you have Patapsco Valley State Park. This park extends 32 miles along the Patapsco River, which is a very large area considering where it is just outside of Baltimore. It covers 16,000 acres of land. It has 8 developed recreation areas, and you can go fishing, mountain biking, hiking, horseback riding, all in this local park. There's over 200 miles of trails here, and some of them are designated just for hiking, some just for mountain biking, some just for horses, but I would say this is some of the best mountain biking in the entire state of Maryland. I personally go here to mountain bike, and I have to say, if it's not number 1, it's easily number 2 on the list of the best mountain biking destinations in Maryland. You also have Centennial Park in Ellicott City, which is a 337-acre park with a 54-acre man-made lake in it, and you can go kayaking, you can go boating with electric motors, you can also rent kayaks, you can also rent the paddle boats to go out on. It's just a really cool place to go. I used to go here all the time as a kid to go fishing, and one of the cool features of this is that they have a 2.6-mile paved walking trail that goes around the entire lake, and it's really popular for pretty much everyone in Howard County to go here. And if you're into golf, you're in luck because right on the northern side of Ellicott City, you have Turf Valley Resort. This is a full-on resort and conference center with over 40,000 square feet of meeting space. They have event venues for weddings. They have a full-service restaurant, a full-service spa, and 2 full 18-hole golf courses. And these are just the things to do in Ellicott City. Within a short drive, you can be in Columbia, where there's hundreds of restaurants and shops and stores. Pretty much everything you need is within a 20-minute drive of Ellicott City. It's pretty impressive. You have the Columbia Mall right nearby, which is a really popular destination. You have Meriwether Post Pavilion, which is one of the biggest concert venues in the area. So there is no lack of things to do in Ellicott City and all of the nearby areas. So if all of this sounds good to you, you're probably wondering, what's it like to buy a house here? Well, unlike some areas of Howard County, there's actually a ton of housing options in Ellicott City. You have condos, you have townhouses, and single-family detached homes. Pretty much anything you need is right here in Ellicott City. And if you're looking for a condo, they range between the low 200s to the mid 500s with a median price point at $376,000, and they're spread out in clusters all across Ellicott City, so pretty much anywhere you need to be, you could find a condo. And if you're looking for a townhouse in Ellicott City, they range from the low 300s to the low 900s with a median price point of $500,000. And if you're looking for a single-family detached home in Ellicott City, they range from the high 300s to well over $2 million with a median price point of $800,000. Now I know that's a huge spread between price points there, but that's because there is such a variety of single-family detached homes in Ellicott City. You have new construction homes, you have very old homes from the early 1900s, so it really just depends what you're looking for. Like I said, you could pretty much find any style house that you want here. And one last thing I want to touch on is about the school systems. I know a lot of you want to move to Ellicott City or Howard County because of the renowned school system here, but it's important to know that Ellicott City, being so big, covers 6 different high school districts. So if you're doing your home search, I highly recommend pulling up the districting maps from the county website so you can actually see which high school the house you're looking at is districted to. 6 high schools in one city is a lot for any city in Maryland to have, so it's important to do that. If you're working with me, that's one of the things that I check to make sure that you're looking in the right place. And if that's you, if you're thinking of moving to Ellicott City or any of the surrounding areas, I would be happy to help you with your move. That's what I'm here for. Just reach out to me. My information is listed below. You can also reach out to me in the description or in the comments by clicking on the link to schedule a one-on-one consultation with me, and I'll get you set up with a full plan for you and your move. Whether that move is 9 months away or 9 weeks away, it is never too soon to have that consultation with with me. So again, reach out right now, schedule the call, and I can't wait to hear from you. And as always, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe so that you stay up to date on all of my videos about moving to Maryland.